You wake up in a cold sweat. It's dark, raining outside. You go downstairs, pour yourself a cup of water, put on your favorite playlist, all just to calm your nerves. But it's not enough. And you ask yourself again that question that's been haunting you each night.
What kind of shingles should you get?
Hi, this is Brandon Hafeli with the Roofing Channel. Now, I may have been over-exaggerating just a little bit when it comes to the decision, but choosing what shingle to put over your head is still a very important one, and it's going to affect your home for many years to come. In this video, I'm going to be going over the three main types of shingles and comparing them: 3-tab, dimensional or architectural, and luxury. I'm also going to be comparing them in 5 different categories to see which one wins in the end. That's price, value, lifespan, warranty, and looks. After that, we're going to compare the scores and see which shingle reigns and gets the official Brandon seal of excellence in asphalt shingles, or something like that. But keep in mind as we move forward that a lot of this information is objective, but some of it is subjective and it's just my personal opinion, so don't let that affect your decision for purchasing your roof too much. Number 1, price. Starting off with something super important here. So, 3-tab shingles usually run around $3 to $4 per square foot of your roof. Dimensional/architectural shingles will usually run around $4 to $5 per square foot, but keep in mind that it's cheaper if you're just buying the dimensional shingles, but they're harder to install than 3-tab shingles. So that cost is for a roof replacement, not just if you bought it from a manufacturer. Luxury shingles will usually run you around $7 to $8 per square foot. So, with these 3 in mind, the clear winner in price is 3-tab shingles. Number 2, value. Now this one's a very subjective one, and what I mean by value is it's a bang for your buck, how much you get out of it, how much each dollar runs for your mileage. I'm defining this as how many years your roof is going to last per dollar that you spend on it. Now, I'm a math geek, so I did the math so that you don't have to. And what I got was 3-tab shingles equaling about 4 to 6.8 years per dollar that you're spending on it. Dimensional shingles are going to run you about 5.3 to 5.9 years per dollar you spend on it. And luxury shingles are going to run you anywhere from 3.3 to 6.7 years per dollar that you spend on it. Now, though the 3-tab shingle from these numbers does appear to have the highest amount in the best case scenario in terms of that roof mileage, dimensional shingles are the most reliable and they fall in the highest average of these 3, so I'm going to give this point to dimensional shingles. Number 3, lifespan. This one is just as it sounds like. This is all about how your roof is going to stand up to those elements and how long it's going to last on average. Keep in mind here that other factors like how your roof is installed or the climate that you're in is going to affect these numbers, so this is an average. For 3-tab, it falls a little bit short as you expect. They had to cut costs making it, and that shows up in its durability and its lifespan. One of the main reasons that it tends to fall short of its full lifespan is by the climate. So unfortunately, 3-tab is not looking so great here. I wouldn't recommend it if you're in a very strong and heavy climate. For dimensional, we're scaling up a little bit. The materials are a little bit more expensive, so you can expect these to be able to stand up a little bit better to those strong elements. For luxury shingles, as you would expect, they're the most well-manufactured and expensive material. They're the thickest. They're going to be able to stand up the best to these strong straight line winds, tornadoes, hurricanes, hail damage. No guarantee that it's going to beat it, but it's going to have the best chance among these 3 shingles, so point to luxury. Number 4, warranty. Now when I say warranty, I mean the manufacturer warranty that comes with it. If it's something like a storm like I just described or improper installation, it's not going to apply here. And keep in mind as we go forward that prorated means that it loses value as it gets older. Non-prorated, it stays the same value. Starting with 3-tab shingles, it runs a 25-year prorated warranty. For dimensional shingles, it runs you a 30-year pro-rated warranty, but if you use the manufacturer's materials in your roof system, you can upgrade that all the way to a 50-year non-pro-rated warranty. For luxury, it's the same story as dimensional. You start with a 30-year pro-rated warranty as a baseline, and then you upgrade to a 50-year non-pro-rated one if you use those manufacturer materials in your whole roof system. Since dimensional and luxury shingles are completely tied, I'm calling it a tie with the score, and they both get 1 point. Number 5, looks. This is the most subjective part of the list. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or should I say, the homeowner. That was a really bad joke. I'm so sorry. Please don't click away from this video. But in all seriousness, you often hear this called curb appeal because of the genuine tendency for people to like it a little bit more, and it raises the value of your home. For 3-tab, though the different tabs are different shades of colors, which makes them a little less flat, they still end up looking pretty flat from the curb. So it's not a bad looking roof, but it's not great either. For dimensional, the hint is in the name. It gives it a little bit more dimension because they tend to add shades darker, these shadow lines on them, and that gives it a little bit of a better and more appealing look to your home. However, you see dimensional shingles everywhere, so though it looks fine, it's not going to stand out in your neighborhood. Luxury shingles are highly customizable, they're sharp, they stand out in your neighborhood, they raise the curb appeal, they look great. I mean, what do you expect? They're called luxury shingles. They're real head turners. Point goes to luxury shingles on this one. If you own luxury shingles, you get the right to raise your pinky as you sip your tea. To tally up the final score, can I get a drum roll, please? 3 tabs, 1, dimensional, 2, luxury, 3. So congratulations, luxury, you win. Now, does this mean that every time you buy a new roof, you need to choose luxury shingles, and that if you choose 3-tab shingles, you're making a horrible, horrible mistake? No. This video is meant to be educational first, fun second, and it's to help you make the best purchasing decisions for your home. It doesn't matter what material you choose if your roof is installed improperly, so you need to find a good roofing contractor to do that. To help you with that, click on the link below this video. It's going to take you to the link of how to find a good local roofing contractor. I'm Brandon Hafeli with the Roofing Channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching.